I never thought I was going to have this great of a career, so I couldn't be more excited, more happy, more proud of everything.
I'm telling you right now, no tennis trophy prepared me for what Roger Federer keeps hidden in his watch box. Federer's watches aren't just luxury pieces, they're snapshots of his legacy, and once you see what each represents, the story changes completely.
I don't know if I'm an icon. I think becoming an icon is definitely no easy feat. You know, you have to go earn it and you have to prove yourself. And then over time, like we see with this 1926 watch to the 2020.
And here's where it gets interesting, because Roger Federer didn't just dominate tennis courts, he quietly built an entirely different kingdom off them. The man didn't collect watches, he curated stories, victories, eras, all wrapped in Rolex steel and gold. Every timepiece on his wrist felt like a chapter of his career, polished and ticking with purpose. And once you start looking closely, you see it. Federer's watch collection isn't about wealth at all, it's about identity, legacy, and the passage of time. But wait, this is where the story really clicks into place. Because if there's one watch that feels like it was born for Federer, it's the Rolex Datejust Wimbledon. It's almost eerie how perfectly the two fit together. Federer didn't just wear this watch to Wimbledon 2024, he practically completed it. Like a king returning to his throne, the two-tone oyster steel and 18-karat yellow gold. That's Federer's whole vibe, elegance with an edge, calm on the outside, a storm of precision underneath, and that slate gray dial with deep green Roman numerals. You can't help but think of center court, the sacred grass where he etched immortality. Every detail of the Wimbledon dial feels like a whisper from his past. Lighting gleamed from numbers like trophies. The subtle green of the grass he ruled for decades. The Datejust doesn't just tell time, it tells his time. And here's what blew my mind. Federer doesn't wear this watch like a flex. He wears it like a memory, a reminder of grace, longevity, and the quiet confidence of a champion who mastered pressure. Honestly, what better symbol for Federer's legacy could Rolex have chosen? And just when you think Federer only sticks to classy, understated pieces, the story shifts gears. The Rolex Daytona 116500LN is pure adrenaline disguised as a watch. This thing was born for racetracks, tuned for speed, and engineered to capture fractions of a second with ridiculous precision. And somehow, Federer makes it look effortlessly cool, like time bends around his wrist. The 904L stainless steel case, bulletproof. The black Cerachrom bezel, sharp enough to slice through sunlight. The tachymeter scales up to 400 kilometers per hour, a nod to racing legends. You will spot Federer wearing this one at charity galas, sponsor events, and all the polished high society gatherings where sports meet luxury, and it never feels out of place. If anything, it adds a layer of ambition to him, the kind that doesn't fade just because he retired. Price: anywhere between $25,000 and $60,000 depending on the market. But honestly, the value isn't in the price tag, it's in what the watch represents. Controlled speed, sharp decision making, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Sounds familiar, right? Because even now, long after his last professional swing, Federer still lives life with the precision of a man timing his own legend. And here's where things take a wild turn, because nobody expected this side of Federer. The Rolex Daytona Orange Sapphire isn't just bold, it's outrageous, it's flashy, it's theatrical, it's the kind of timepiece that walks into a room 10 seconds before the person wearing it does. This watch doesn't whisper confidence, it screams it. Wrapped in 18-karat yellow gold and crowned with 36 baguette-cut orange sapphires, it looks like a sunset frozen around the bezel. And beneath all that fire sits Rolex's legendary caliber 4130 movement, beating away with a 72-hour power reserve like the heart of a champion. When Federer wore this stunner at Wimbledon, the tennis world didn't just notice, it erupted. Photographers zoomed in, fans dissected the watch online, collectors went insane, because this wasn't the calm, classy Federer everyone expected. This was the playful Federer, the daring Federer, the man who spent a career surprising opponents with impossible shots and impossible grace. This watch captures his fun side, the side we rarely see but absolutely love. And here's where the story takes a cinematic turn, because this watch, this Le Mans Anniversary Daytona, isn't just a tribute to motorsport. It feels like Rolex secretly designed it for Federer's own life story. Solid 18-karat yellow gold, polished until it almost glows, wrapped around a black ceramic bezel that looks like it came straight off a race car's dashboard. But the real knockout punch is that reverse panda dial, black background, champagne subdials, and tiny flashes of red that hit you like bursts of racing adrenaline. Those red accents aren't for decoration, they're a heartbeat, a reminder of the 24 hours of Le Mans where drivers push every second to the limit. Inside, the upgraded caliber 4132 movement keeps time with almost stubborn determination, exactly the kind of precision you'd expect from a watch priced between $270,000 and $335,000. And the parallel here, it's impossible to ignore. Le Mans racers survived 24 hours of brutal endurance. Federer survived 24 years of pressure, reinvention, and near mythical consistency. Two legends, two timelines, one watch tying them together. Just when you think Federer's collection is all courts and speed, he shifts into sailing mode. And this is where the Yachtmaster 2 enters like a calm breeze before a storm. He wore it during the French Open 2009, and honestly, the contrast was perfect. A nautical beast glistening against orange clay. Crafted in 18-karat white gold with a platinum bezel, this watch isn't just luxury, it's control engineering. The regatta countdown timer, powered by the intricate caliber 4161, over 360 hand-assembled components, feels like something Federer would appreciate deeply. Precision layered over precision. And then there's the design, bold blue accents, a commanding 44mm case, and the unmistakable sailor's confidence vibe it carries. This watch doesn't rush, it plans, it strategizes, it waits for the perfect moment to strike, just like Federer. If there's a watch that truly captures his calmness under fire, this is the one. And then there's the watch that reminds everyone Federer isn't just elegance, he's fun. The Oyster Perpetual 41 Green is the simplest watch in his collection, and somehow one of the most iconic. No date, no complications, just pure Rolex DNA beating through the caliber 3230 with a 70-hour power reserve. That green dial, it's bright, bold, almost mischievous. A perfect match for the lighter side of Federer people forget exists. This is the watch he wears at exhibitions, fashion events, tennis matches as a spectator, anywhere he can afford to relax. Priced between $7,700 and $28,000. It's the most approachable watch he owns. But don't let that fool you. This is Federer saying, not everything has to be serious. Sometimes simple is legendary. It's minimalism, confidence, and that boyish sparkle he never lost. But here comes the heavyweight, the watch that doesn't just speak, it commands the room. The Rolex Date 40, known simply as the President. And honestly, it suits Federer perfectly. Crafted entirely from 18-karat yellow gold, paired with the signature President bracelet and crowned with a champagne dial, it radiates that quiet, earned authority. Inside, the caliber 3255, backed by 14 patents, keeps time with almost stubborn accuracy, the kind you expect from someone who spent decades owning the biggest stages in sports. Federer wears this one to VIP dinners, award ceremonies, luxury galas, and yes, he even wore it way back at Wimbledon 2012, long before retirement ever crossed anyone's mind. This is the watch of men who aren't chasing status, because they already have it. Leaders, icons, legends. Federer fits that category without even trying. The Date doesn't celebrate wealth, it celebrates legacy, and Federer's legacy, untouchable. And now we hit the part of the collection that feels like it was tailor-made for Federer's lifestyle. The GMT Master 2 models, the Batman, Pepsi, two icons for a man who's lived in airports more than most pilots. The Batman, with its black and blue ceramic bezel, is stealthy, modern, almost superhero-like. The Pepsi, with its classic red and blue split, screams vintage aviation swagger. Both are powered by the caliber 3285, offering dual time zones that any world traveler would kill for. Federer wore the GMT proudly after lifting the Norman Brooks Challenge Cup in 2017, a moment where tradition and modernity collided in the best possible way. And these watches form part of what collectors call his GMT trio, and each one fits a different chapter of his jet-setting life. Press tours, charity trips, international events, family vacations, you name it. Starting at $18,000, these aren't flashy flex pieces. They're tools, companions, partners in a life lived across borders. If one watch explains Federer's global identity, it's the GMT.
Any endeavor.
A groundbreaking watch.
And this is where things get mysterious. Federer has recently been spotted wearing what collectors are quietly calling the Rolex Land Dweller, a prototype level watch seen at Wimbledon and a few private events. Rolex hasn't released details, no marketing, no specs, just whispers. What we do know is this: oyster steel construction, advanced shock resistance, a design language that blends rugged tool watch DNA with polished luxury. It feels like Rolex is testing the next era of engineering and choosing Federer as the face of that transition. Even after retirement, he isn't just a brand ambassador, he's part of the innovation cycle, a legend evolving with the watches evolving around him.
Perfection is impossible. In the 1,526 singles matches I played in my career, I won almost 80% of those matches. Now, I have a question for you. What percentage of points do you think I won in those matches?
And when you step back and look at all of it, the gold, the steel, the racing dials, the clean designs, something becomes crystal clear. Federer's watch collection isn't about money, it's about meaning. Every Rolex on his wrist marks a chapter: elegance, speed, endurance, travel, reinvention, a life lived with precision and purpose. He isn't just the face of Rolex, he's the perfect embodiment of what the brand stands for: timelessness, class, evolution without losing identity. Federer's watches prove one thing: time never controlled him, he controlled time. So tell me, which Rolex fits Federer best? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe. Way more wild stories are on the way.